Before we get on with the recap of the game, I'd just like to take a moment to remind everybody that most of the United States is under a severe heat advisory. Take time to hydrate. Make sure that you have water. Make sure that you have ways to stay cool. Make sure that you have electrolytes. And if you notice yourself having heat stroke, there are ways to handle it, but at that point you might need to seek medical attention. If you need to seek medical attention, call 911 or get yourself to the nearest emergency room or urgent care. Mariners lost 10-7 today. Mariners out-hit the Cubs by 14-9. Yeah, it was a weird game. Our home plate umpire, where the heck is the umpires? Our home plate umpire, Chad Whiston actually had to leave the game due to suffering from either heat exhaustion or heat stroke. Trent Thornton also did, which was very unfortunate for both of them. Trent Thornton threw 52 pitches today in 2 1/3 innings of work, giving up 1 hit, 2 walks, and striking out 3 in relief. Ian Happ homered for the 3rd game in a row. Kyle Tucker homered, make it 2-0. That was back-to-back on 3 pitches. Top of the 2nd, Luke Raley singled on a fly ball to left fielder Ian Happ that he just couldn't get. Polanco scored, Randy to 3rd. Bottom 2nd, Nico Horner scores Michael Busch. Ian Happ homers again to make it 6-1. Bottom 3rd, Michael Busch homers on a fly ball to right field, scoring PCA to make it 9-1. Then, top 4, Donovan Solano singles on a ground ball to right fielder Kyle Tucker to score Jorge Polanco. Luke Raley to 3rd. I thought Luke could have made it home, but honestly not bad. Then, the very next play, Cole Young out on a sac fly, and Luke scores, so that was nice. There was a fielding error on the top of the 5th for Randy Arona to reach, which caused JP to score, Polanco to move to 3rd, and Randy actually made it to 2nd on this. Luke Raley singled to score Jorge Polanco. Then Donovan Solano singled to score Randy. Then PCA got the Cubs' 10th run on a homer. And then in the top of the 9th to make it 10-7, Cal hit his 30th home run, meaning he now has the most home runs by a switch hitter before the All-Star break. He's now 2 ahead of Johnny Bench for the most home runs by a primary catcher before the All-Star break, and he did really well. It was 91 degrees today in Chicago, Illinois at Wrigley Field, which is a big issue for that, which is what caused a lot of the issues with the heat exhaustion that several players and umpires ended up having to deal with, and it's unfortunate that that happened. I do believe that the temperature actually tomorrow will be hotter. Overall, the Mariners played okay. They had some problems. Their main problem was Emerson Hancock. Emerson Hancock did not play well today. Giving up 2 home runs on his first 3 pitches is, of course, never ideal, but it's what happened. Yeah, he threw a first pitch, it went out. Then a second pitch, it was a ball, and then out. Emerson Hancock went 4 innings, 6 hits, 9 runs, walked 3, struck out 5, gave up 4 home runs. The 9 earned runs was a problem. Zach Pop gave up the other earned run. Excuse me. The Mariners expected Trent Thornton to go the last 3 innings, but he went 2 1/3, like I said, walking 2, striking out 3. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to get the last 2 outs just due to the sustained heat, which put Legumina out for 2/3 of an inning with 1 strikeout. Mariners struck out 10 Chicago hitters. Mariners struck out 10 times. Mariners had more batters. Mariners were 5 for 15 with runners in scoring position and left 9 on base. Cubs were 2 for 6 and left 5 on base. 5 for 15 is .333, is 33%. That's actually really good. The problem was sometimes we were leaving men on base at bad situations, and if you score 7 runs when you have your starter coming in with a 4.53 ERA, you expect to win the game, but unfortunately we weren't able to. JP got on base a couple of times today. He did strike out once. Julio was 1 for 4 with a walk. Cal was 1 for 5 with 2 strikeouts, a home run, and an RBI. Jorge Polanco, 2 hits, 1 walk, 3 runs. I think it's safe to say he's pretty much back. Randy 1 for 4 with a strikeout. He played well. He should have been 2 for 4. I honestly don't know if the error that they said was an error really was an error. I'd say give him a base hit, make him 2 for 4 with advance to second on the throw. Luke Rayleigh 3 for 4, got hit by a pitch, drove in 2 runs, scored a run. Randy got hit too. Solano 3 for 5 with a couple of RBIs, which is really good. He's raised his batting average up to 240. Cole Young 0 for 2 with 1 RBI and a sac fly. He did strike out. Demo came in for him, had 1 at bat, did nothing, and Ben Williamson went 1 for 4 with a strikeout. Overall, that's not bad. Over on the Cubs side, they had a lot of problems in the outfield that weren't ruled errors. PCA dropped a couple of balls. There were a couple of balls that were just dropped, and it was just like, I feel like the wind is causing this, just due to the fact that the wind was there. Cal is the first to 30 home runs in 2025. I haven't looked at Judge's stats right now. Let me pull that up. Judge and Ohtani are obviously right there with him. So it's Cal with 30, Judge with 27, Shohei with 25, and Eugenio Suarez with 24. When I look at games, at bats, runs, hits, strikeout. Cal struck out 82 times this year, Judge 87, Ohtani 88, and Suarez 80. But Cal and Judge and Ohtani, 43, 51, and 47 walks respectively. Ohtani only has 11 stolen bases this year, and Cal's average is down to 272. So whatever. League leader is Judge. She's also the league leader in hits with 104. Ohtani has 87. There's only 2 players with over 100 hits. Unfortunately for the Mariners, Cal seemed to be carrying the offense for a while, and the Mariners need other players to step up, and that's what happened today. The problem was starting pitching. Everything else went okay. Yeah, there were a few things where it was like, okay, the wind might have done it, blah, 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 this, and that, and the other thing. But no, it was starting pitching. It was Emerson Hancock. Bryce Miller's out for, I think, another at least 5 weeks with the injection in his elbow. So we've got Luis Castillo going tomorrow. I think we go Luis, Brian, Logan. I think we go Castillo, Wu, Gilbert, and then who's our 4th pitcher? How did I forget who our 4th pitcher is? Castillo, Wu, Logan Gilbert, Bryce Miller. Who was our 4th pitcher? What? I am so confused right now. How did I screw that up? I don't know how I did that. I'm gonna actually pull up the schedule tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow we're Logan Gilbert versus Colin Ray, and then we're TBD versus TBD on Monday. How did I forget who our 4th are? Bryce Miller, Logan Gilbert, roster. Luis Castillo, George Kirby. I don't know how I forgot George Kirby. Trent Thornton may end up having to take a stint on the injured list after today, along with the home plate umpire. Hopefully they're okay. I do suspect because Thornton went so long and Hancock had such a bad start, and we're in the midst of 17 games in 17 days, that a move will be made. I could see us optioning Gilbert back, or optioning Hancock back to the minors, and potentially designating for assignment one of the other players, but I don't really see how we could do it. If we put Trent Thornton on the 15-day IL, that opens up a spot on the active roster. 40-man. Looking to see if they have they could pull up Blas Castano, Jonathan Diaz, Logan Evans again. I think they should probably bring up Logan Evans again. Tyler Saucedo's in the minors right now. They could bring him up. They could bring Troy Taylor back up, give him another chance in the bigs. He looked really good in the bigs in limited action last year. But I suspect that either by the end of the day today or the end of the day tomorrow, a move will be made. The Mariners' next series is at Target Field in Minneapolis, so thankfully that's indoors.
And again, thank you for tuning into the videos. Don't forget that you can also see me on Patreon at Sammy5436, where it's $1 a month. I also am seeable on Instagram at Sammy5436. What? TikTok at Sammy5436. I'm on Blue Sky at Sammy5436, though I don't use that often. I believe I'm on Tumblr at Sammy5436, but I haven't used that in at least a year. And you can find me at my business email, thetrapezoidtalks5436 at gmail.com. Any information you need to send to those business emails will be looked at. I generally look at my business email on Wednesdays and Sundays, so just do be advised that I do not always have the ability to respond immediately, but if you do send an email to my business email, and as long as it's not offensive, I will respond if it's something I'm interested in with something positive, and if it's something I'm not interested in, I will thank you for your email and go ahead and say that there may be a future opportunity for us to collaborate if that's something you're interested in.